Alright, hey guys, so today we'll be talking about scammers and how not to be scammed. So essentially, almost maybe like once every other day, once a day, I have someone coming by my stream being like, I just got scammed for XYZ, whatever they got scammed for. And honestly, it feels really bad seeing that because there's not much, like, I can't do anything about it. Staff, like the moderators, helpers, they won't even help. They don't care. There's no rules about it, so they just won't help anyone, and that's honestly kind of frustrating. Because most people who play Scott, like let's say most, but Minecraft, it's a kids game. There are lots of kids on here. There are probably tons of people, like younger people who get scammed every day. Even people who are older get scammed. But I'm just saying, like using younger people as an example, because they're kind of more susceptible to that kind of thing. And I'm gonna sit here and try to say a few things maybe to help you not get scammed. Mainly, there's like a few ways you can kind of understand what's going on. One of the main things you should probably do though is player interaction, unless you know like the person, and because you have to trust trade. There, you cannot trade gold through trade menu yet. There's talks of that feature coming, but it's not in the game yet. So all you can really do is give them the items and then hope they pay you, and that is not good. Like, there's an auction house in the game for a reason, and most of the things that you're trying to buy are probably on the auction house, right? You can say, well, the items on the auction house are too expensive, man. This guy offering it for like 1 mil cheaper. And that's the next thing. If it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true, man. Like, let's say someone's selling Aspect of the Dragon, right? 4 mil. You're like, wow, 4 mil. I need that. I need that sword. And you pay them, and then they unfriend you, block you, whatever, right? Do you really want that happening? Like, fortunately, the only system we have is the auction house, and there are very few items that you cannot, you know, put through the auction house. So, mainly, one of the best things you can do is just kind of stick to the auction house, and things are too good to be true, don't even bother with that person. And here's on to the next thing, maybe you're in a situation where you're forced to trade this person, right? Because they have like one of a kind item. It's not an auction house. They only have it. And that's the thing. It really just comes down to trust, and that's just not a good thing. Like like it happened to me one time where it was an item I wanted, not an age, trade the person, and then they just ran away with my money. Unfortunate, but like for me it's not really a big deal, but for someone who need it's for their weapon or something, like, that's huge. Losing that much money is massive. Like, it's just uh they need something in the game to like help prevent it, which is another thing I want to talk about. Is the fact that people get scammed every day, as we mentioned earlier on, and there is nothing they can do about it. They're just told, "Oh, it sucks, you got scammed." Staff, like, they have moderators and helpers. Like, what do they could definitely have them do something, because I don't even know what they do. Like, what do helpers and moderators even do in the game? Like, aren't they supposed to moderate the game? Aren't the helpers supposed to help the players? We were just talking about it earlier, and literally in guild chat, the helper, I don't remember if it was the helper or mod, but they were just referred the player to the rules about it, and there's no rules. There's no rules. And people are just like, so we can scam, but so it's not against the rules. And it's just like, why? They need to have proper rules about scamming, and it just shouldn't even be allowed, considering Minecraft is a kids game essentially, right? But which means it draws in that kind of crowd. But you shouldn't, because there's no systems in place to prevent you from being scammed, like being able to put gold in a trade. You're kind of just at the mercy of how people like at the mercy of people. Unless there's someone with like a decent reputation, like a YouTuber, right? They're not gonna. Anyone could just scam you randomly, and you don't want to deal with that. And it's just kind of like scary that you're kind of tempting fate when you're doing that, especially if you try and get like a bigger item. As we're moving into more and more content being added, and there's a bunch of new items in the game that need to be traded between players. How are we going to, you know, securely move items between people without being scammed, right? Like that's just kind of horrifying to think about. People just losing their money for no reason because some mean person is sitting there be like, I'm gonna scam all these people for all their money. Like I don't even understand why people even do that to begin with. Like, I just don't understand, man. It's just kind of whack, and the fact that they're even like allowed to do that, and they're they have a team, like they have mods and helpers that could easily kind of moderate that thing. People report and they have them investigate it. And just give them the tools to look into it, and they could probably actually solve these cases, and people would just probably be genuinely happier. Because then you get these toxic scammers out of the game, and the game becomes a much better place because there's not that kind of toxicity there anymore. And yeah, that's just pretty much it for stuff on scammers and health. Or god dang, that was like a mishmash of words right there. But yeah, pretty much they need to do something about scammers and people being scammed because it's just insane that nothing is done about them, and I hear about it so often. It's just people just need to take care of their resources and know when something's too good and just kind of stick to auction house even though things are overpriced. Like that way you almost never be scammed as long as you make use of the auction house, because unless you somehow make a mistake there, but that's just you messing up on your own and not really having to trust another person. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I have to say right now on scams and being scammed and stuff. If you guys made it to the whole video and listen to me like kind of like rant a bit, thank you guys. If you guys feel like it, maybe leave a sub. Tomorrow we're probably gonna talk about skills and something like that I believe I remember that we've mentioned in a comment. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, everyone. Have a nice night.